Here are your hosts, Scott the Bear and Jeremiah the Johnson.
Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast.
Hey.
My name is Satan,
I'm Jeremiah here.
and we're here to steal your soul.
I'm actually here to cover some odd news stories that slip through the crack. They have a little bit of a creepy kind of horror bent to them, but that we could also maybe create some new content for if that's cool.
I'm burning crosses in your yard as we
I
speak.
saw that. I asked you not to do that. My landlord, I rent still, so my landlord's not particularly happy.
They're upside down.
That
They're
doesn't-
not racist.
This doesn't.
They're not racist.
Yeah. Try explaining that.
No, when you turn them upside down, they're not racist. It's
Try-
satanic.
Try explaining that
It is satanic.
to that one black person that thought about moving into Montpelier that one time. Yeah. Oh, we live in a white state. Bing bong, ba-dee
It
bong,
was 6
bing,
acres and a
ba-dee.
mule, not 666 acres. It's not racist.
Actually, that would have been pretty good if we got 666 acres.
You're not wrong.
And only one mule for all those
Satan
acres?
was left out of most of these deals back then. It was mainly just white guys.
Yeah. The real Satan.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, he went there. Dun, 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 dun. That's right. Have you ever noticed that patriarchy exists and has for a long time?
That's my doing.
You're the patriarchy guy?
Look at old Satan.
It's funny 'cause, like, I
I know
think-
I'm always a man.
'Cause you're
People-
also-
people are like herstory
That's true,
and
it's
God
true.
is a her. No one ever goes, Satan, you know her. She's a bad bitch.
Yeah, it's true. That nobody
No,
wants.
I'm
Nobody's
always a man. I'm
nobody's-
always the patriarchy.
nobody's
I'm always-
claiming Satan, but you know it's funny because
I also say I'm not woke.
but you're not white though. That's the thing. I know the patriarchy isn't white, but I always think of the patriarchy to be like male and
You ever
white.
seen a
you know?
white guy around a big amount of heat, how orange and red he turns?
Oh, so you're just sunburned?
Yeah.
Yeah. Around a big amount of around the sun?
I don't know. I'm in the middle of the earth. There isn't a sun in the middle of the earth. There's a core. Is
Yeah.
that a thing?
I think it's
Is
sort of
that-
like-
Can you tan by a core?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm asking you. I live there.
I think you should be the one that knows this.
All
but,
right,
but
Satan.
God is
I'm
God's
back,
white.
I'm back, Jer, by the way.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Because
I saw Satan jumped on the mic while I was in the bathroom.
Yeah. He's always hanging around here. It could be all the crosses I burned out in the yard, and he was like, "I'm gonna flip those upside down for the satanic." I'm like, "Oh, why
That's
would
how
I burn?
you burn them.
Why would I burn a
You
satanic
flip
cross?
'em.
I just put them normally that
You
way.
flip it. You reverse it. It's annoying. Listen to
Pretend your verse is that
Missy
what Missy
Elliott.
Elliott had it right?
I did Missy Elliott.
Dude, then thank you. For the love of God, thank you. Missy Elliott's the fucking queen, baby. I love Missy. I still love Missy.
That's the one time I don't do the patriarchy.
That one time I created Missy Elliott. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you get a pass for Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
But nice to have you on the show, Satan. Thank you for filling in while I was taking a number 2.
Oh, yeah. You were not taking a number 2 pencil up to the bathroom to scoop out a piece of shit in your ass.
That's how we do.
Yeah.
Bye, Satan. Bye, guys.
All right. Well, folks, so Scott, I was already telling the people what
Yeah, what's
our
up?
show's about.
Yeah, I heard from the bathroom.
Doing spooky web droppings.
You got
We a little
paper
bit of
thin
fun.
walls, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. No, but they're made with paper. I couldn't afford the good stuff. What do they call that? Wood.
What do you do when you get angry? You can't punch it. I mean, you can, but it can't be satisfying.
You just put new paper up.
I mean, it's not satisfying to punch paper.
You notice that it's all holiday paper. I just wait till clearance day after Christmas. I buy my entire house's worth. And I just repaper it, and I get mad fucking year round.
I mean, it
baby.
explains a lot.
Oh yeah, like all the holes in all the paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But I guess I hadn't got a chance to speak yet. So happy Halloween to everyone.
yeah. Well,
and,
on
we're
Halloween
here.
proper, you're hearing it unless you listen to it later.
And this is like 5 episodes in 1 month, although this is going to be a shorter one. This is just a Halloween special.
This is the Halloween
and
special.
this is the first year in many years where we didn't have a Halloween guest for the entire month of October. We had James Jude Courtney for the last 3-4 years in a row-ish. Every time a new Halloween movie came out, he played Michael Myers.
That helped.
He came on the show every time a new Halloween movie came out.
It did. That helped that there were Halloween movies coming out.
We had
really
Darren
tracked.
Ewing fill in 1 year when there wasn't one because he was in a horror movie called Cyst.
Yes, right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Didn't forget about it, but like, thanks for reminding me about. I totally remember that movie. I loved that movie. It was fucking
it was
solid,
great. But yeah, we've had
I forgot
solid
that
horror
was the one.
guests.
Yeah.
And this year, sorry guys, we dropped the ball. I'm thinking we get a solid Thanksgiving guest this year.
Eli Roth.
I don't know if we're getting Eli Roth.
You know what? Years ago we probably could have. But now he's on like all the Big Timers podcast. You know Big Timers, that famous podcast.
You know what? We could figure out who played the Pilgrim in the upcoming Thanksgiving movie. Thanksgiving.
Yes, and because there's very few.
If we get the Pilgrim and this becomes like a big thing, we get an interview with the first Pilgrim out of like 9, because there'll be like 9 of them.
Yeah, I hope so, because I'm
not
looking
9
forward to
movies. Just between the first movie and the second movie, 9 Pilgrims.
9 Pilgrims. Yeah, 9 Pilgrims.
How do you one up a horror movie?
What?
You do it bigger.
Do more.
First
more
movie,
of the
1
same.
Pilgrim. Second movie, 8 Pilgrims.
Yeah. He just went straight from 1 to 8. Yeah. It's binary.
You'd expect us to have 2. No.
Yeah. No way.
Maybe 3?
We jumped right to 8, bitches.
Maybe 4? This is my Zack Snyder impression.
Maybe 5. Oh, wait. Are they going to have 6? I don't think so. No, they're not going with 7, though. Oh, no, they're not. We're going 9? Nope. Go one lower.
Go one lower. Wait, you jumped that one.
I can't do subtraction. I never learned because I'm a product of the American education system. Dun, 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 dun. Have you ever noticed? New thing. You notice that when people go to school and they're in America, they don't know what they're talking about afterwards. Dun, 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 dun. He went there. That's by Bill Maher.
Oh, that's your Bill. Oh,
yeah. That's by Bill Maher.
Welcome to the scariest show on the internet. He just invoked the name of Bill Maher without standing in a salt circle.
Paul, you know the name Paul Rust. You know who Paul Rust is. You'd recognize him. He was the main character in the show Love with what's her name on Netflix.
The creepy killer guy. No, that was you.
No, that was you. Yeah, no. This guy's not handsome. He's he's hilarious, but he was also he's been on Comedy Bang Bang a lot. Anyway,
I probably know him.
You would recognize if you saw him for sure. He's been in a lot of stuff that we follow.
Fucking knows him. He had to leave
on Comedy Bang Bang. He does do like years ago before every people have known like. Bill Maher has, been back and like he's like just generally hated now, unless you're like a Candace Owens fan or something.
He was almost borderline, I think, around the pandemic time, and now he's literally.
He went deep. He went deep
hard, right?
Yeah, and he was always like there was always some stuff would be like, yeah, not quite that, but this over here, okay, you're telling it like it is. But I always didn't like his smugness or anything. But sometimes I'd be like, oh, watch a little bit of what he says. Can't stand the fact that he laughs his own fucking farts and whatnot. But Paul Rust did like a great thing.
His farts are funnier than his jokes.
Where he does like his version of New Rules is just him pointing things out. Of just oh god,
I know the New Rules routine, so I definitely have heard him.
Oh yeah, and it has like the exact same like dun 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 dun. He's like, new rule.
Oh yeah, fucking Comedy Bang Bang. Yes.
Yeah.
Now I totally remember his whole shtick.
Yeah. It was like probably 5-10 years ago he was doing that. Yeah.
No, that
because he was all like people were like in the comedy community. People have shit on Bill Maher for a long time because he's never really been a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian, quote unquote, but he goes up there and smugly tells you how you should fucking think. He just uses it. New no-nos. That's what they're called.
That was it. That was it.
New no-no.
Wearing green on a Friday.
Yeah. How about this? Don't wear green anymore, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my god, yeah. All the new no-nos on Comedy Bang.
That was it.
Bang,
I remember
absolutely
that.
worth. Yeah,
I remember.
Literally 10 years ago, he was doing that. More than that. Anyway, can't remember. I was doing my own version of new no-nos, and then I realized like, oh fuck, Paul Rust has already done this better, so I'm going to retire my Bill Maher character, and we're going to go and retire Bill Maher.
All right. This episode of the Lost and Known podcast is brought to you by the Paranormal Reserve.
Yeah.
What is the Paranormal Reserve? It's a company that we didn't reach out to, so they didn't sponsor us.
Not sponsored.
But we are still going to talk about their amazing product.
That's right, the amazing product that we have not tried yet, and we would try if they were to send us some. So we're going to go ahead and do a pre-sponsorship. Where this is, again, not really sponsored.
We're going to tag them in every bit of social media for this show, because the Harridan Vodka Company made Paranormal Reserve 2023. They sold out of their 88...
Oh, I love that age. That's a good age, good vintage of vodka.
88 proof vodka.
Yeah, they are sold out.
And this vodka spent a night in a morgue. They tell you which morgue it spent a night in. They put it in a wooden box made by a local New York woodworker. This is out of Massachusetts, by the way. We're going to plug our Massachusetts friends. You guys can't drive for shit. Must be all the vodka.
I thought it was in Connecticut.
I don't care. I've already said Massachusetts.
Fuck
We're rolling with
it's,
it.
It's Massachusetts, Connecticut.
The last bottle of this run of 666 bottles spent the night with Annabelle, the actual fucking doll in Massachusetts.
The fucking one?
That's where I got Massachusetts from.
Oh, it spent time there, but the actual museum, the 666 bottles rested for 30 days at the Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. By the way, on my list now, the Occult Museum, any Occult Museum. I don't know why I haven't been to a bunch of Occult museums. Do people usually talk in the middle of sponsorships like this?
I don't know. I'm still reading the notes because I feel like I got the state wrong. It's either Connecticut or Massachusetts. You know what, Heron and
Well,
Vodka?
these rested in Monroe, Connecticut, but I think the Annabelle thing was, I don't know.
I don't know. You know what? They didn't pay us, but this was a fucking awesome thing. It was $100 for it when you bought it, I believe.
Yeah, and they're sold out, which means
expensive,
we're not going to have any more, so we can't get any. But it was a 666 bottle reserve.
If you got the number 666 printed on your box, your wooden box, that meant that was the one bottle that spent the night in Annabelle's crypt, which is like a big glass case.
So they didn't tell you which one it was, or it was just the last one?
It was the last one.
Okay, so number 666 spent time with Annabelle, and now you have a haunted...
Someone got it.
You have haunted vodka. You don't get haunted by a good booze. I know you like vodka.
But also, like, there's chase things of all kinds of things. Like, get that chase baseball card or that chase blind box. Like, chasers are known.
Sure, yeah.
And then they were like, for vodka, they're like, just send one random person one that's like super special.
Probably cursed, yeah.
I mean, it's the number alone. Like, you can be like, look, I got 666.
Oh, I would love that. Everybody.
But then on top of that, I'd be like, this fucked Annabelle.
It's funny too because usually with
they shove that bottle
editions,
up Annabelle's doll.
It's funny because normally numbered editions, for some reason, people like getting lower numbered ones, even though they were all made at exactly the same time. But people are like, I want that number one. I want to be first. But like. This one, people are like, I want the motherfucking last. This one makes sense because the last is like, significant. And we just had Satan here. We could have asked him about 666.
Yep. And they didn't pay us for a sponsorship, so we just butchered their ad. So go to shopheridan.com.
Yeah, they've got other stuff.
SHOP.
Yeah. You can't get any more of these, but you can go to their shop and get other stuff.
I told people how to spell shop. I probably should go with Heridan. HARRIDAN.
Oh yeah, like shop someone they're gonna have problems with. That's SHOP, and you know the rest. .com, .com. I want to start saying everything .com.
Nice.
Yeah. Go to lassohomepodcast.com. That .com. That's .com. Anyway, yeah. Honestly, I like the fact that they do this. Anybody who like tips a toe, even for like commercial. I mean, of course, for commercial reasons, but like if it seems like a little cash grabby or whatever, fine. Cash grab in the horror space. I love it. I want more shit in the horror space. I want more shit in the horror space. Have fun with it.
All right. So I do have one lost and thought I added to the show last minute. I started tracking the show's stats through a online stat tracker that you have to link up and do some stuff.
Okay.
And it's showing us some neat stats already. It's cool. It only basically shows you what you get through Apple alone and I think Podbean. But Apple's the main one.
Yeah.
But it did tell us...
Yeah, through Podbean, I see those when I log in and actually post a show. I'm just like, oh, this is sad.
It did tell us...
nobody listens on Podbean.
Well, yeah.
Sorry, Podbean.
Like a couple days ago, we had 183 downloads in one day.
Cool.
That was a good day.
Yeah. We're far removed from the old days of
thousands in a day.
Getting Dan Harmon. Everybody's listening to fucking Conan O'Brien, Bob Odenkirk, and fucking all these other assholes.
183 downloads in a day is pretty good for us.
By the way, Conan O'Brien's not an asshole. I just named my fucking cat after him. I love him. But
back in, and I put some numbers and words here. Back in June 6th of 2021, in the country of Slovakia, we ranked 33rd out of all podcasts.
What? Wow.
Slovakia.
I thought you were saying they were the 33rd state country.
6621 was the highest we ever ranked in any country ever, and it was Slovakia.
We were the 33rd most popular podcast in Slovakia. Honestly, that should be like, you got the banner.
That's a t-shirt.
Put that on on the banner on our website on the very bottom. Have the one tagline: the 33rd most popular podcast in Slovakia on June 6th, 2020.
I will add that,
dude. I think absolutely it should be like our fucking
top.
Call
the top.
Like, yeah, sure, we had Dan Harmon. We talked to some fucking...
We ranked high, I'm sure, in America,
we talked to Lloyd Kaufman more than
once.
It's okay. But you know what we're going to do here? Yeah, 33rd in Slovakia.
Yeah, we weren't ranking above, like, Conan O'Brien and Serial and shit like that. Of course we're never
people
who
get $140 million podcast fucking...
But in one country, we hit 33rd once. And there was...
I just love how obscure that on one day on that one country and number 33rd, which isn't even a bragging right.
Top 50. Top 33rd.
A top 50 podcast asterisk in Slovakia on June 6th, 2021.
No, we're a top 33rd podcast.
Yeah, exactly. We know which one you were.
Wink.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, there was also, I think, 4 or 5 other countries who were ranked pretty high on very specific dates.
Yeah, like
but they were none of them were America.
Like some weird bug happened and it accidentally, they got our podcast mixed up with some other one for one day in Apple and people's fucking things downloaded our wrong thing.
What we need to do is figure out what show dropped 6/6/21.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, did we have a guest?
In 2021, probably not.
Did we have a topic? Did we talk about Slovakia?
2021.
We might have had a story like Slovakia.
We'll be able to look that up on Podbean.
Yeah, we'll look
After
it up
I just
later.
shit all over Podbean, our actual hosting provider for our show. No, I didn't actually shit on it. I'm saying most people don't listen to podcasts on Podbean. It's
that's
a
how we
hosting
see.
platform.
That's how we used to see most of our stats, which made us look like we never had any listeners, even when we were huge.
No, but it was crazy. Like because
even when we were huge.
Because when we had, that's when you knew like the Dan Harmon one was really fucking crazy because that one got like 40,000 just from Podbean.
Podbean.
So that was probably you could probably quadruple that was
Apple
hundreds of
gave us
thousands.
10,000.
Yeah. No, I'm saying like if we got like 40,000 from Podbean, like you had to like quadruple that. Like
that was our most listened to episode.
Yeah.
That was back when we had like millions of listeners.
Well, that was back when like
not every episode.
It was like Serial, came out. Serial Cereal.
It's weird to talk about your own show where you're like back when we had millions of listeners.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but no, but
now
it was before all of the. Remember, like when it was weird for Kevin Smith, like that big of a star has a podcast. Why? And now everybody's like, oh, why don't you have a podcast, Tom Cruise?
I know it's like every member of SNL, even the ones whose names you can't remember,
all
have podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure that's how they actually eat, because they do one show a week.
Yeah, they eat podcasts.
SNL cannot support you like that.
I think they're probably making, probably like those lower side. I mean, I think there's a reason people leave, but also scale's not that bad.
Hey,
I mean, they gotta make at least a few $100,000 a year at that point.
I have a non-Halloween question, but I'll wrap it in a Halloween thing. The SNL Halloween thing came out this past weekend, and it was one of the worst ones I've ever seen. Not funny at all. The host was a guy who my wife and I
they're out of practice too.
We had to Google the host because we couldn't figure out who the fuck he was.
Nate Bargatze. Yeah, I saw some of his stuff. Somebody was.
We did not like him. Right. We do not like him.
I saw some of his.
He is not welcome in our household.
His stand up was fine, but like I watched his monologues. It was not good.
It was not. No, the whole show was not good.
Yeah. Oh no, he's a clean comic. He's known as a clean comic, but but so is John Mulaney. They can still be good.
Also, it was only like 50% Halloween skits and then 50% normal, which made no sense.
But also, you have to realize like they're like their second show since coming back. Like they're really fucking rusty.
That's my question to you, and I just wrapped it in a Halloween. How are they back? The writers are not striking, but the actors are, and they're actors.
Oh yeah.
Is it a stage performance kind of loophole? Like
I wonder, like a live
on?
maybe because it's technically a play that you're just filming.
I was thinking because Broadway didn't get shut down, maybe they're considered Broadway.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's like
it really bugged me when I was watching. I'm like, why are they allowed to do funny? And then every time I said it, because I said it a lot, I kept doing air quotes around funny.
Yeah, interesting. I'll have to check it out. See what the whole point is there.
You know what else we should check out? These 2 movie picks, because it's Halloween, and guess what? Jared and I are bringing to you this week, this bonus episode, 2 more horror movies that you should watch before the season is over.
Fuck it, we're probably
tonight.
We're probably gonna keep putting some stuff down through November, because usually once we start down this road, we do it for the rest of the year, and then we get past Christmas and realize it's.
We're gonna get Eli Roth's Key Grip from Thanksgiving.
Yeah. No, Key Grip's assistant. Sorry.
Dude, we should try that. Like every week we get a different crew member from Thanksgiving. But
circle. You remember like when we were like we're gonna get to Bruce Campbell someday. Yeah. We were this close.
Like we get the Key Grip, the guy who does craft service. Like
yeah. Oh, you know what we had? We had the episode 310 came out. Wow, we skipped from March. We didn't have a show from March 30th until June 23rd of 2021. We skipped June 6th. Why did people listen to it that day?
Wait, we skipped that much?
We skipped all of April, all of May, and most of June. 2.5 months.
What was going on then? Oh, wait, that's when my appendix came out.
Oh, that would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't take it out. That's
DIY.
That's when
why
my
it took-
appendix came out.
Yeah.
Also, reword that.
Usually-
it didn't fall out.
Usually an appendix out, you're out for like a week, but when you do it yourself, you're gonna be 2.5 months. We were going through some slow times, but yeah, we were doing pretty well.
I definitely took a week or two just because of that alone.
Honestly, we were doing like once every 2 weeks at best at this point. This was during our very slowest point, but we had Bigfoot's vaccine envy, and then not till we got till Sex Doll Chimera on June 23rd. So and we released. Oh, I see. This was a me thing. I released 3 episodes on June 23rd. So we had recorded, and I just was for some reason.
Oh, so you spammed it, and then
I think so.
Slovakia listened to all 3 at once.
No, no, but this was before this. Though they only had up to 310. I think this was. Yeah,
something weird.
Anyway,
happened.
sorry, interrupted your horror movie pick. I just want to let you know I was there. Or our horror movie picks. I guess I'll go first. I think right.
Yours is listed first. You don't have to go first.
I'll go first. You went first last time. I watched on Hulu. Just dropped recently called Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse.
Yes, it is. Without giving too much away, it is about a killer sloth loose in a sorority house. And it is called Slaughterhouse, like Slaughterhouse, but with sloths. And it is very silly.
I can't wait to watch it.
It is very silly. They do not attempt at all to make it. You think like there's anything good going on with that sloth. It is very clearly a poorly constructed taxidermy / like
animatronic.
It's just, like I don't even know if they've got animatronics.
Rods
and there's a little bit like a it's most of it's close up or it's like it's just still shots like and there's like I think it's like a puppety type thing or whatever. Okay. But it's also like a hard felt thing. Like it's a little less. It's shittier than a Muppet.
Okay,
but hilariously and fucking adorable. But also, this is a killer sloth, so you're going to get some good bloodshed. It's PG-13, but totally worth a watch. It is silly, but still good acting. And some silly stuff in it. I absolutely, for what it was, it knew exactly what it was. It delivered. If you like, it's not up there with Cocaine Bear, but like that silly kind of stuff, or even Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, but like less violent as that because it's a rated PG-13 one, which I think Cocaine Bear was too, right? Or was Cocaine Bear R? I can't remember.
Oh, that was a hard R.
That was R. They went crazy with that one.
That was bloody.
Oh, that's right. There was the Cocaine Bear. One of my favorite parts is when that woman's fucking gurney like comes out, and then like they just show the close up of her fucking face just being blasted off as they're driving. Oh my god. Yep. Yeah, that was a hard R.
Hard R.
So anyway, Slaughterhouse. It's on Hulu. Absolutely worth a watch for if you just want turn your brain off silliness. It's 85 minutes long. It's fucking worth it. So.
Nice. All right. Well, I dipped my toe back into the pool of a movie I had already seen before, but it's kind of sad that I was like, did I see this movie? And it's because the title's not that like interesting. It's called The Midnight Man.
Yes.
And I was like,
I had to look it up to see if I had seen it because the name rang just enough of a bell to be like, this is familiar, but it's because it's kind of generic. Yeah.
It's kind of generic. 2017 also made me wonder. I'm like, that was only like 6 years ago. Like, really? Forgot this movie already? As I started watching it immediately, I was like, oh my god, I remembered loving this movie, and I loved watching it again. I'm glad I'm using Letterboxd now, so I can actually rate these things and remember.
Dude, that's the whole reason I started. I used to do it on IMDb, but and anybody who uses IMDb still for that reason, go to Letterboxd. They have a whole IMDb import feature. You can just import a CSV from IMDb. Gets you all your shit when you watched it. And I when people would ask for recommendations, I'd be like blank. Now I can go throw through like. This one was very clear because I added it straight after or watching it. But normally I would have to go back and be like, what did I watch like for the past week or whatever? Especially in Halloween season when I'm actually watching more than one movie a week. Yeah.
Midnight Man checks a big box for me in horror. I like rules. I'm a big fan of horror movies where they like lay out some rules and some conditions. I like lawyer horror movies.
Yeah, you're like, I love card games as long as I just get that one card with all the rules for poker. You're a rule, rule man. Actually, that could be like a parody kind of
fun. It's like I think it's from Gremlins when I was a kid. So where there's like the 3 rules of Gremlins.
Yeah.
I think I grew up just liking that.
Unless you follow the first rule of Gremlins, which is don't buy a gremlin. Or not even a gizmo, which is technically a mogwai.
The Midnight Man is about a game that kids can play, and it has rules, and if you don't follow them just right, the Midnight Man will kill you. And it kills you by using your biggest fear against you.
Okay.
And the whole point of the movie is a bunch of kids die in the beginning. I love a movie where in the first 5 minutes, kids are slaughtered. And I'm talking children.
Yeah.
And then as it goes on, different people do the game. And they have to figure out the rules. And they have to play by them. And it's just good. I want this to have sequels. I want it to be like Pumpkinhead or something.
So I haven't
like
seen
one
this,
of
but
those
it's-
more under the radar horror movies where there's a cool villain.
I've got to watch
and
some
he
of the
does
Pumpkinhead
stuff
sequels,
and there's rules.
I've got so this is one I have not seen. I
gave this 5 stars on Letterboxd because I would revisit this again.
I looked it up. It made it to the top of my to watch queue, or not to the top, toward the top of my to watch queue. Probably after the 2 or 3 I've got lined up in the immediate. I want to watch a few others, but this is going to be right up the top. So
The mom,
I'm carrying my
in
spooky
it,
into November.
Actually, I think she's a grandma in it. The old lady in it. You'll recognize her instantly from thousands of horror
Lynn
movies.
Shay. I already looked it up. Yeah.
Yep.
Lynn
And-
Shay, the one from fucking. She's in like.
She's in everything.
She is.
Taking of Deborah Logan, right?
Yeah, and she knows she
Which
is
is one of the scariest
she
movies
is-
I've ever seen.
She is horror royalty. She's also fucking hilarious in Kingpin, which she was the landlord who makes him
The whole
fucking
arc.
makes him do fucking horrible things. And fucking she's got cigarette burns all over her body from falling asleep with cigarettes. So yeah, she's
Also Robert
she's horror,
Englund.
and she's in like
Freddy Krueger.
She was in Insidious. Robert Englund's in it.
Robert Englund is a major character in it.
I will check this one out because
And he's
it
a
sounds-
good actor. He
sounds
he
interesting.
sells himself in it good.
So I didn't mention this last week because I didn't think about or I guess I wasn't fully aware that how much you loved rule-based movies, but The Blackening, that's about a game. So last week's pick for me, The Blackening, totally worth watching if you like that. Also, Talk to Me, similarly, there are some rules in that. Not exactly rules, but like they're like, oh, for the seance you got to do this, this, and this, and if it doesn't go right,
I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of those horror films.
Talk to Me was
when someone's like, we're gonna do this thing from this book. You have to do this and this and this. But later on, you also need to remember. Like it's always that whole like, there's things you got to remember for later on.
Yeah.
They always are like, I forgot.
All right, take some paper out. You got this? Up, down, left, right, BA, start. Some people also do select start, but I think you could just do start. That's how I remember it.
Honestly,
that's a Konami code. It's a demon code.
It's Konami's the name of the demon.
Yeah. I summon Konami. Cool. You have infinite lives now and infinite ammo. See you later. This is fucking awesome. Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna use my infinite ammo on myself because I have infinite. Oh yeah.
Infinite
I'm also a fucking liar, you bitch. You think I gave you infinite lives, you dipshit?
You're
Jesus
just
Christ.
stand at like Times Square and be like, with one gun, with one clip, just go bap in your head.
Yeah.
And live. Bap in your head.
Yeah.
Live. And just keep doing it.
Oh.
You're like, is he gonna run out of braids or blood at some point? Or bullets?
No. Yeah, life. He can at least run out of lives. Why did you put it like that? You couldn't have infinite lives. No, this actually brings me back to, and not to spoil anything too much about VHS 85, because it is new enough, but we did pick that one recently. It does remind me of a scene in that, which is the carryover from that first scene that they may have ripped off from something else, when you realize that it's tied in, and people can essentially, maybe not die so well. And the very end of that, where it's like, and like, nope.
I've always been a fan of those kind of things where there's like some weird,
some
weird ethereal rules out there in the void, and like Evil Dead even does that kind of like you can't read from the Book of the Dead.
So
if you do, you have to read from it again, which I thought was very lazy, but I still love that series.
Yeah. Which one?
In Evil Dead, like you read from the book to bring demons, you read from the book to get rid of demons.
Yeah.
But then the show kind of fixed that a little bit by introducing like daggers and other spiritual things. Where it's like
a
this
little
will
more
also do a
ritualistic,
thing.
and and they're like, oh, maybe you actually have to go find this thing instead of just reading from that same book. Like,
I know, it's
I
always
already read it. Like, oh man.
And then the new movie's like, there's 3 books. Like, what if I read the bring demons from this book, but the get rid of demons from this book?
Yeah, you just help somebody out over there, but
Oh, that'd be amazing! Like Evil Dead 5, the next one, which I really hope takes place in a suburban neighborhood.
Yeah, well, I think that's what they're
midway through the movie. Like all of a sudden, the demons all just disappear, and you're like, "What the fuck?" Blue skies. They're gonna come out of their suburban apartments or houses. Sorry, they're like, "Huh? It's over," and you just
and then
it's someone like on the other side of the world read out of the other book.
What the fuck? Why are they still here? Like they're running away from their demons because they didn't read from the right book. Yeah, they pulled the wrong one off the bookshelf.
Like it has a cold open in Indonesia where they find a book, and then suddenly it shoots to suburbia where they also find a book. So that's 2 and 3, out of the books.
Well, if you have not watched Talk to Me yet, I would recommend that one. I mean, I know everybody has because it's
not on any free streaming.
No,
that we
not
pay
yet.
for.
It's still
Well,
renting,
you know
but
what I mean.
at some point it's got to be hitting like Shudder.
I don't want
or
to buy it
something.
on VOD
It's an-
when I know it's going to
yeah.
be a Peacock like tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's an indie film. I wouldn't be surprised if like Shudder got the fucking rights to this one. Although it made a shitload of money, so yeah, it could go on like one of those big services.
We
like
did that with a
HBO or
horror
whatever.
movie just before October. We paid for it on VOD. I forgot what it was.
And then
2 days later, it was on.
I will only do it
And I
if
was
it's
like,
like
fuck
if
you.
it's like the day it comes out on VOD. I will because I know I probably have like at least a month, but I have done that before where I'm like, sweet, I'll do this and rent it, and then yeah, like 2 days later,
It was
it's like
literally
oh.
2 days later. It was
Yeah.
on Peacock.
I'm
We're
like, God damn it,
fuck
yeah.
you.
Yeah, so hopefully that pops out, somewhere. Oh, that's right. It was A24, and they're not really owned by any large company at this point, so it'll just probably end up with whoever they did like to distribute with. So, but plenty of their stuff is on. Like they got stuff on HBO, they got stuff on Shudder. So who knows? Anyway, so there's a little bonus recommendation for you because I don't think I recommended that one back when I first saw it over the summer because we weren't doing horror movie recommendations. So yeah, enjoy your horror movie recs, everybody. Like we said, this is going to be a relatively short show. We are going to touch on, another thing or two here, I think. But
I was actually gonna look at my my letterbox for this month to see if there's anything else I would just shout out like quick rapid fire. The Mill on Hulu.
yes.
Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell on Shudder.
I've been wanting to watch that one for a while. And that one's an older one, but like 90s one or something like that. It's a Japanese one.
Magic with Anthony Hopkins on Shudder.
1970s movie, yeah.
Mother on Hulu. And VHS 85, which we already did.
Yeah, I would say.
And Ma on Netflix.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I watched Ma. That's the one with Octavia Spencer.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my rapid fire 5 recommendations.
I like Ma. I honestly have only been rewatching stuff lately for the most. Not because I noticed.
Yeah, they just don't make enough horror movies. Gotta go back to the ocean. Fish out some ones you've already
as you know,
seen.
I've been super into franchises lately, and I finished up, and I was like, I've only seen a little more than half of all of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres. Everything after the 2003 remake, I have not seen. So there's 4 movies I have to watch still. But I'm like, I'm gonna start from the beginning. I never watched the Joe Bob Briggs version of the original, so I watched that first. Of course, that's like 2.5 hours long because of the commentary and stuff. But it was totally worth it because Joe Bob always enlightens you, and that's still
I
it's still on Shudder.
Bob Briggs version.
Yeah, so
either. So I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, it's still on Shudder at the moment because they're keeping that.
Does it have a
Texas Chainsaw.
title, or is it part of the series of his show?
It's part of the series of.
Okay,
it's the Dinners of Death.
Okay, some of them
And
I
it's
know
actually-
have separate titles.
And it's actually the only one left in Dinners of Death. All the other ones they don't have rights for anymore. So
I watched All Hallows Eve through Joe Bob Briggs
Yes.
because
Oh, yeah, that was the most recent
They
one.
took the first one off Shudder and put it on Prime for money. And I was like, I'm not buying that movie. And in fact, I'm glad I didn't. All Hallows Eve 1 and 2 kind of suck.
Well, it's back on Shudder now. Because
I don't know why people
because of
like
Joe
those
Bob,
two
but,
movies.
yeah.
They're really not good.
I think I gave them probably 2.5 when I saw both of them back to back.
Yeah.
It's the first Art the Clown appearance in both of those movies.
I'm not a fan of Art the Clown either.
and they're fine. They're middle of the road anthologies.
Yeah, I don't like.
But the only thing I like-
Terrified, is that the show? Or
Terrifier.
Terrifier.
Yeah.
I don't like the Terrifier series.
Yeah, I was fine
They're
with.
not for
I was good with the Terrifier 2, although it did take me 3 sittings to get through.
It took me 2 to get through it. I still was like,
The first one I actually although shout out to Kyle Brock from as appearing in the first one. That was a good indie flick. I do love what they like that independent level of horror getting popular. Even horror I don't like.
I'm good with
super,
indie movies, and I'm glad it's popular. I'm glad people love
But
it.
Terrifier 3 comes out. I'll get a
I'll watch it.
I'll get a free thing on Streambox, and it'll be
I'll watch
Screenbox, and it'll be fine.
Just I know I'm not going to like it because they don't really have plots. Like they're just
they're hack and slash, man. They're like
it's not even a slasher because slashers have plots.
do they?
At least like
Kids show up at fucking lake house. Kids get murdered.
Sure, that's a plot.
I was there like
What's the plot of Terrifier 2?
Terrifier 2. Clown shows up and fucks with people, kills them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's as much of a plot. Like
wanted
most horror movies don't need a fucking.
I guess I needed
sophisticated-
a setting, and it was kind of like everywhere. It was like a laundromat. Then
Oh
it was
no,
a street,
the second
then
was
it was a
dude,
house.
The second one should have been 2 different movies.
I think I need the setting to be coherent. Like Terrifier. This time he's at college. Terrifier.
No,
this time he's hitting suburbia.
No, this one was him in urban.
Both of them were in urban areas,
Yeah.
just killing people in the street randomly. There was no cohesiveness. That's what gets me.
You realize like they're going back to like the 70s shocksploitation movies. Like that's what
but even those had more cohesive plots.
No, that was the point of them. They're just like, let's just like they were just like, let's just set it up and take them. I'm not talking about the good ones like Last House on the Left.
I guess I think I want to.
I'm talking about
I want
like
to follow
fucking,
the victims, and I want a final girl, I guess. And we're following the killer, and he's the final girl. And that's what gets me, where I'm like, nah, I can't root for him.
True, but I mean,
and I can't root for anyone when we meet. But
you're literally
seconds.
So like the difference between liking that and say Friday the 13th is literally one final girl, because you do follow Jason the entirety of that. Like you're rooting for Jason too.
But you at least get to follow. You at least get to follow a person. One person. There's no following people in Terrifier series.
Well, no, there's the final girl. She's not. I mean, she's literally the badass of Terrifier 2. The first one, no. Yeah. But also the first one was all over the place. So and it's all horror is subjective. Those are very divisive movies. People tend to love or hate them. I'm actually middle of the road.
Kills and a cool villain and a bunch of blood doesn't replace having a semblance of a plot.
When I watched it, I literally all I wanted to see was crazy fucking like hostile level torture porn gore that was comically overdone, which is exactly what it was. So when I realized that's what it was, I was like, oh, I watched that, and then I went back and watched the first one, because I actually never finished the first one because I didn't like it when it first came out. I think I watched it long enough to get like, that's Kyle Brock, baby, and then I was like, and I'm bored.
Yeah.
But then I rewatched it after watching the first one. I'm like, oh, okay, there's some cool, again, really violent like gore kills. I'm usually not that into gore.
Previous guest of the show, Kyle Brock from Terrifier.
Exactly. Yes.
We'd like to once in a while point out that we've had guests, and we just don't do that.
Kyle Brock, also, just good friends.
Just a friend of ours.
Just a friend now. I've never met him in person. We trade dick pics online, and he looks at them, he rates them. I've got ratemydickpic.com, which I should probably look to see if it exists and buy it if it doesn't, because I definitely
only
need
one
more.
Star or 2 stars. It's weird.
Yeah.
Not much of a. You can't even do a half star.
Yeah, and also if you're
one
doing
or 2,
and if you're doing that, why not just thumbs up and thumbs down?
Yeah.
Dick.
Nope,
Dick
star,
up, dick down. It's a binary system, but with stars.
People thought it would just look like a ball sack above a dick, and then a ball sack below a hard dick.
Yeah,
can't really do a thumbs up and a thumbs down.
Well,
why if you're soft did your balls go above the dick? If you do a thumbs up, the fist the fist is your balls.
No, but like the balls are if the balls are here, I guess it's got to really sag way below.
So I always think for the listener, I'm doing a thumbs up where the thumb is the dick going up and the balls are the rest of the knuckles.
Yeah.
But then when you do a thumbs down, the balls when you're soft don't go above your dick. They don't become a fupa.
No, they don't go above, but
balpa.
No, they don't go above, but they're still like your dick can still hang out down in front of them. Well, if it's hard,
no, it would be like if your thumb was up here and you just bent it down, so you'd be like. Yeah, like doing a closed fist.
Yeah, but like I don't know. It depends on how big your balls are and how big your dick is.
Or thumbs down.
But like my dick hangs below my balls a little bit. I got it's just kind of like down there for a little bit. But I guess you're right. It's actually
I can't tell if you're bragging about having a long dick or very tiny balls.
Actually,
also a very long soft.
Dick. Coming to think of it, I'm feeling it right now. It's actually they're about even right now. They're about even. It's about even.
Damn.
I think they finally balanced out. 43 years old, my fucking dick and balls finally balanced. That's the dream, isn't it? Living the dream, getting the dick and balls balanced out.
No, that's a drug.
Oh yeah, ball quill. Yeah, hey, the real DEI.
I was thinking equal ball.
Yeah,
ball quill. But no, it sounds like a drug.
It does. Yeah, like NyQuil, DayQuil, ball quill.
Yeah.
Wait,
ball quill just keeps me soft. Ball quill keeps you soft when you need to be soft.
Yeah,
you don't know.
Yeah, soft as that pillow you got about to be snoozing on when you also have your NyQuil.
Are you 15 and having to do a presentation in front of your class wearing sweatpants? Are you 60 and you did one too many Viagra?
This
ball quill.
Ball quill. No Agra. Yeah. No, man.
All right.
That doesn't even make sense with a pun. None of that makes sense. Like it's NyQuil and DayQuil. Ball quill? What? That's not a time of the day. Anyway,
you brought one spiderweb dropping to the show.
And it's really just a...
and it's perfect for Halloween, so let's get into spiderweb droppings.
Yes. Spiderweb droppings is the place to be.
It's the place to be. Burn a cross in your yard. Yard cross.
Oh, Satan.
Wow, Satan
came back for 2
pretty
seconds.
Pretty sweet fucking backups there. You turned a little more metal than I was going, but I like it. I like it.
Good job, Satan.
Yeah. I'll be back.
All right, do you want to add Yard Cross as the title of this episode?
Upside down yard cross.
Upside Down Yard Cross, yes.
That's the title of the show.
Yeah, Yard Cross definitely sounds like you're
it.
just talking about...
Satan approves.
Oh, Satan approved.
I give this 666 stars.
Actually, maybe just Satan approved. You know, that's a good title, too. Or... Yard Cross, Satan approved. Mort Vodka, brought to you by Mort Vodka. I'll have to actually a really long title might be kind of fun.
It might actually be good.
Yeah, because I think.
Also, it's a Halloween Spooktacular. Blah blah
yes,
blah.
Halloween Spooktacular, brought to you by Morgue Vodka, Satan approved.
Upside down yard cross.
Yard cross.
Just words.
Halloween Spooktacular. Oh yeah, you know what? You guys already know the fucking title. So you hear us?
You're already listening.
I love you.
Sometimes we make the sausage
They're
in
like,
front of you.
what are they gonna come up with? What are they gonna land on?
They already know. They already know.
Anyway.
We could almost say like, "Hey, make sure you turn on the show without looking at the title." But we're already saying that on air.
Oh God, I hope you just did that anyway. In which case, we didn't need to tell you.
We can just put it up with no title for like a day or two, and then drop the title.
Well, I've got some
I think that would get us no listeners.
I hate to say it, buddy. I got some bad news for Halloween here. Okay, this is the bad news for Dorchester. They were hoping to beat the most ghost world record bid. It was a world record for the largest gathering of people dressed as ghosts. The last time when it was set in Ireland.
Damn, I would have gone with like 1910 Deep South.
Yeah.
Look at all those ghosts.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, they're burning crosses too.
I don't know. They look kind of fucking stupid, though. They're not even scary. Oh, we can be scary, though. What color are you? We're white. No, I guess we can't be that scary, then. You don't know any other people we can be scary, too? You know what I'm talking about. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more. Get out of here. Anyway, they in 2017, the record was set at 560 by a school in Ireland. And they were like, we got this. They had the numbers all figured out. Dorchester's Brewery Square, last Saturday afternoon, would be the 28th. And they were trying to do a part of a Halloween fun day organized by Discover Dorchester. Unfortunately, it was shitty rain, because, hey, who would have thought the UK would be rainy in fucking October? But only 204 people turned up, so they didn't even get halfway to the goal, which is too bad because the tourism development officer, Matilda Manley, said, I can no longer live, and killed herself on the square that same day.
That's actually, one does in Ireland.
Yes, well, this is, exactly. So Dorchester...
She threw up a shore of Magora and then just died.
Yeah, well, no, that actually didn't happen. So Dorchester has long been known for its array of ghosts. And
that would add one ghost to their count.
Yeah. Oh, it's true. 205 is that bigger than 560? Sorry, Matilda, killed yourself in vain.
Everyone. She's the only one who does it.
Come on, everybody.
I gave you all poison pills.
But wait, are you just getting the people dressed up as ghosts to kill themselves? It's still going to be 204, Matilda. And if you're going to get 246 more people to fucking do it, then, I don't know, no, 346 more people to do it, then you're going to have to fucking 56. I'm going to keep doing my math until I get there. Yeah. Podcast math on the spot. I'm a math guy. Anyway, Mercy School, Mount Hawk, and Tralee set the bar in 2017. A previous attempt in 2022, organized by Manchester City Council, also failed when bad weather, once again, meant not enough people turned up. You know what? You're wearing a fucking ghost costume. Just put a fucking plastic bag over you. Call it a fucking day. You know, fucking ghost the fuck up. Get out there and fucking take your lumps and make the fucking record happen. I just think, you know what? We're done with it. You know, Ireland did it. Ireland was fucking out there, probably rainy as shit. Fucking gale force winds blowing their fucking shit all over the place.
Lucky Charms as far as the eye can see.
Oh, Charms! Be Lucky Charms! Taste the rainbow! Wait, what? Skittles? That's Skittles? They're not even Irish! What's that? Rainbows aren't Irish? Oh, Jesus.
Never been a rainbow in Ireland.
Nope, it's never been sunny enough. You only get the rain, but never the bow.
You heard that here first.
That's right.
Time to get lost. Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween.
Stay safe. Get some treats. Get some tricks.
Yeah.
Get lost.